To the better. Yes.
I loved it. It's suspenseful and it moves quickly, and I love the shadows.
She said she loved it. It was very suspenseful, and she loved the shadows.
Now, was somebody really breaking in his house, and how did that tie in with Jan ruining Bill?
Okay, this is the big thing that if this thing was in sync, you probably would have got. I'm going to use that as my excuse for everything. But what the story is supposed to tell you is that the reason why they were there is not why we tell you that they're there. There's underlying circumstances and betrayals and deceits going amongst the poker players. And that Bill had organized it to have these guys go inside the house when everyone left to take care of Aaron so that he could take over his life. And then the shit hit the fan.
But they got there early.
They forgot about daylight saving.
Was there going to be like some storyline? It just kind of seemed like you sort of alluded to it with the two girls, with Aaron's two girls, like something's going to happen with them, or there seemed to be that tension build up, and it never seemed to happen. But it was kind of like you're thinking of things.
I think just the threat of that it's his children.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
if it worked out, he would take care of them.
Yeah, I thought something was going to happen with them, but it seemed to.
We got you.
The writer?
You did it?
I did it. And my partner, Richard Chisholm. That's why I'm talking so much. Yes?
Jonathan, obviously, any one of the events that your character has to deal with alone would result in you as an actor having to make some very thoughtful choices. So, you get hit with a windstorm of shit. One after the other. I mean, at any point as an actor, did you sit down and say, all right, how the hell do I make clear choices for each one of these events so that your character is actually moving through the story believably as opposed to being overwhelmed? Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course it makes sense. Clifton, what do you think? No. You know what? I think that we have all these things in our head, but we kind of live moment by moment. And to play any of those things, you kind of just play tension. I don't know how to describe it, but to play I'm a fucking wreck. Look, my life's like this. I'm out of sync everywhere I go. It never works out right. I mean, I just gotta fucking show up and make sure I get there in the day, and it's gonna be fine.
No, I'll speak to that because John spent a lot of time in preparation, thinking about the levels his character would be reaching as he went through the story. Because of course, you blow it out too early, then it's too early. And he really worked with Tim on planning that, and he was more prepared than any of us. The thing that blew my mind is we're shooting through the night here, and there's nothing romantic about shooting in the night. You're just exhausted, and his energy was always just spot on, and I was half asleep, but it's incredible. Yeah.
So you said there were a number of rewrites?
Oh my God.